Hello everyone. In this video lecture, we will solve some of the numerical problems on the combined loading. In the earlier video lecture, we have derived one relationship of the combined loading, and also we have taken one small problem. We have solved this problem in the earlier video also. So in this particular video also we will solve some of the numerical problem on the combined loading. So let us start with the first slide. In this, the problem statement is there. I will read the problem firstly. A solid circular shaft of 60 mm in diameter has to resist a bending moment of 450 kilonewton mm accompanied by a torque 360 kilonewton mm. Calculate the maximum principal stress induced in the shaft and also calculate the maximum shear stress induced in the shaft. So this is the problem. First of all, in the problem, please read the problem one or two times at least, so that you can easily understand what is given and what is asked in the problem. So first of all, there is a solid circular shaft is there whose diameter is given, and also as per the combined loading, bending moment is also acting onto the shaft, and also there is a torque is applied. Because of that, there is a shaft is twisted, and this twisting moment it is formed onto this particular shaft. So there is a torque is there on which there is a twisting of this shaft is has been happened onto the surface of the shaft. So torque 360 kilonewton mm is given, and in the problem they ask maximum principal stress and maximum shear stress, means sigma p we have to determine here, and along with this the tau max also we have to determine. So let us start for the solution. First of all, given data. So diameter is given 60 mm, torque capital T is given 360 kilonewton mm. So let us convert into the newton mm by multiplying 10 raised to 3. Also bending moment is given, capital M is equal to 450 kilonewton mm. Means if you convert into newton mm, multiply by 10 raised to 3. To find sigma P1 and tau max. So sigma P1, here it is used for the maximum principal stress. So first of all, maximum principal stress, this formula or this equation number 1 is written here, which in this you can see that there is only direct stress acting onto the one axis. It may be x-axis, it may be y-axis. That's why instead of that sigma x or sigma y, here it is only sigma is taken. So if it is a direct stress is only acting in the one direction, at that time you can directly take this sigma. So sigma by 2 plus under root of sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau square. So this formula it is reduced when the direct stress is acting in a one direction only. So before putting the values in this equation number 1, let us finding out the tau value and the sigma value. So as we know that we have studied in the bending stress equation or flexural equation, flexural formula. So this tau upon r is equal to T upon J. So from this relation you can determine the tau, that is the shear stress. So TR divided by J. T is the torque applied and r is the radius of the shaft. J is the polar moment of inertia. So all these relations we already knows that, and some values are also given in the problem. So torque is given 360 into 10 raised to 3 newton mm. Radius, diameter is 60, means radius is half of the diameter, and J, polar moment of inertia. This relation is also, we know that, pi by 32 into 10 raised 60 raised to 4. So if you solve this or calculate this value, we'll get the answer 8.49 MPa. So this is all about shear stress from the flexural formula, or we can say the bending formula. So as like this, we also knows this formula, that is a sigma, that is a bending stress, is equal to m upon I into y. So again same formula, we have taken this relation, sigma is equal to m upon I into y. So this relation is already, we knows that we already derived in the unit number 3. So bending stress sigma, after solving or after putting the values of y, means the where exactly the bending stress is maximum, right? So from that you can put the values of I, that is a moment of inertia, and y, that is a half of the diameter we are taking normally, that is a y max. Actually this y is a y max. So if you are putting all these values, you will get that 32 m divided by pi d cube. So only put the values of bending moment and diameter of the shaft which is given into this relation, and after solving you will get the sigma, that is the bending stress value is 22.22 MPa. So from that bending stress equation we have determined the shear stress also, and we have determined the sigma also, that is the bending stress. So now tau is known, sigma is also known, then you can put these two values in the equation number 1. So which is already we have mentioned principal stress equation. In the equation number 1 you can put this tau and sigma value. So after putting, so this sigma P1 is equal to sigma by 2 plus under root of sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau, and put those values of sigma and tau here, and after simplifying this you will get the answer 24.19 MPa. So this we called it as a maximum principal stress, and then after maximum shear stress can be determined by using this relation, sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau square, and if you putting that sigma value, that is the bending stress and shear stress, so you will get the value 13.59 Newton per mm square. So this is a maximum shear stress. So in the problem also they ask about that maximum principal stress, we have determined sigma P1, and we have determined the maximum shear stress induced, that is the tau max. Let us take second problem on the combined loading. A shaft of 100 mm diameter transmit 200 kilowatt power at 200 rpm at a section. So bending moment is 5 kilonewton meter. Find the principal stresses, maximum shear stresses, and also corresponding principal plane. So in this problem actually there is a shaft is there which is a solid circular shaft which transmits the power of 200 kilowatt at a 200 rpm, means number of revolutions and power transmitted by the shaft, both these values are given, and along with this there is a bending moment is also applied onto the shaft. So 3 values are given, and from these 3 values you need to determine the principal stresses and corresponding principal planes and also maximum shear stresses. Okay, so first of all write all the given data, that is the diameter of the shaft D 100 mm, speed, that is a number of revolution capital N 200 rpm, bending moment capital M is equal to 5 kilonewton meter, power by the shaft or power transmitted by the shaft is 200 kilowatts, kW is used for kilowatts. So if you convert from the kilowatt by multiplying 10 raised to 3, so 200 kilowatt is converted into watt, 200 into 10 raised to 3. So and in the problem they ask means we have to finding out the sigma P1, sigma P2, tau max, that is a maximum shear stress, and theta 1, theta 2, that is a corresponding principal plane. Here it is a sigma P1 and sigma P2 are the 2 values for principal stresses, and corresponding principal planes are theta 1 and theta 2, which are mutually perpendicular. So let us start for the solution. First of all, as we have derived the relation for the bending stress and shear stress from the flexural formula. So yes, so this particular formula, from that you can derive the relation of bending stress and shear stresses. So bending stress is the 32 m divided by pi d cube, and from that relation you can determine the bending stress, and the value is 50.929 MPa. Shear stress 16T divided by pi d cube. This is also, it is derived, that shear stress is equal to 16 into 6.549 into 10 raised to 6 divided by pi d cube, that is a d, diameter is given in the problem. So if you solve this problem, you will get this, both of this sigma, that is the bending stress, and also shear stress, both this value, and after that also in the problem the power transmitted by the shaft is given. So from that power you can determine the how much torque is applied to this particular shaft. So we have the relation, that is a P, that is a power, is equal to 2 pi nt divided by 60. So here it is 2 pi, n is for number of revolution, capital T is for torque applied, and 60. So if you put all this value, that is a P, n value, T value, so only, sorry, T is not given, T is to determine. So T is the torque applied. So from that you can determine the torque, which is after calculation 9.549 into 10 raised to 6. After that, from these values you can determine the principal stresses. First of all, sigma P1 is equal to sigma by 2 plus or minus under root of sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau square. So for one value you have to take plus sign, for other value you have to take the minus sign here. So in this equation we have taken both the signs, so you will get the two values. So after putting the values of sigma, that is the bending stress, and the shear stress, you will get the first value, that is 80.36 Newton per mm square. Actually by the printing mistake you just clear it, Newton per mm square, sigma, that is the bending stress. And second value, if you change the sign plus to minus, you will get that second value minus 29.43. So one stress is means whatever the positive sign is there, which is tensile in nature, and other stress the sign is negative or minus, that's why the nature of that stress, that normal stress, is compressive in nature. So from that sign convention you can judge the nature of the stresses. Once we determine the principal stresses, two principal stresses, sigma P1 and sigma P2, so from this you can determine the principal planes also. The principal planes are the planes on which the principal stresses are acting. So how to determine these principal planes? So symbolically it is represented by theta 1. Actually there are two planes and both are mutually perpendicular. That's why first of all tan 2 theta 1 is equal to 2 tau divided by sigma is equal to 2 into 48.63 divided by 50.93. So if you put the tau, that is the shear stress, we have already determined. Sigma, bending stress, we determine. So theta 1 you can determine in degrees. After calculation we will get the value 31.18 degree. And from once you determine the theta 1, so as we know that theta 2 value can be determined from this theta 1, that is the theta 1 plus here this actually this theta 1 is 31.18, you have to plus with the 90 degrees, right? So 31 plus 18 plus 90 degree, the value is 121.3 18 degree. So means why? Because these principal planes are always mutually perpendicular, means angle between these is 90 degree. That's why it is added 90 degree. So after that, final, they ask about maximum shear stress. So two relations are there in front of you. You can see tau max, either you can determine by sigma p1 minus sigma p2 divided by 2, or you can determine from this relation tau max is equal to sigma by 2 bracket square plus tau square. So already sigma p1 and sigma p2, both these values we have determined. So put those both of this value in this formula. 80.36 minus sigma p2 is minus 29.43 divided by 2, and after solving this you will get the value 54.9 MPa. So here in the problem they ask about the principal stresses sigma p1, sigma p2, maximum shear stresses, that is the tau max, and the principal planes, that is theta 1 and theta 2, both are mutually perpendicular. So we have determined from the given data, and for the loading, which is combined loading actually for the shaft, which subjected to bending moment and the torsion. Thank you very much.